Hello, this is Dr. J here with Let's Play Doom 64 Retribution. And I've temporarily muted the game audio while I give my quick intro because there's something wrong with the menu music and it sounds terrible. I'll turn the sound back on once we start the actual game. So a year or two ago, as of this recording, I did a playthrough of a bunch of classic Doom. I played through Doom 1, Doom 2, and the PlayStation version of Final Doom. And after that, I really wanted to play Doom 64 as sort of the capstone of my classic Doom playthroughs. But I ran into a problem, which was that game and that game alone of the franchise gave me bad motion sickness. And apparently that's not just me. Apparently something about Doom 64 causes that effect in quite a few people. So I wasn't going to subject myself to having a headache and feeling nauseous for the entirety of a Doom 64 playthrough, so I just abandoned that idea temporarily. But recently, I just really felt a whim to get back into playing some classic Doom, and I happened upon an idea for how I might be able to play Doom 64 without suffering the motion sickness, and with some other benefits as well. And that was to use the source port and upgrade GZ Doom, and then a conversion of Doom 64 into the GZ Doom engine called Doom 64 Retribution. And this being in a different engine that also gives me the ability to alter the game settings, which I've done by expanding the field of view slightly and drastically decreasing the amount of move bob, which together appear to have almost entirely or even entirely eliminated my motion sickness. So now I can finally play this game, which to me looks like it might be the best of all the classic Doom experiences. And I can finally play it for myself without the motion sickness. And I'm really excited to do that. And this, at least for the foreseeable future, will serve as the conclusion and the capstone to my classic Doom playlist, which has been on hiatus for a long time. So that's the introduction to this. That is enough preamble and enough of my babbling. Let's go ahead and just jump into the game now. Okay, so you briefly get to hear the horrific buzzing in the menu, which is why I muted it for the duration of my intro. Alright, so we're going to start with just Doom 64, and I'm going to check these others off screen to see if they look fun enough to record as well. But we're going to start with just the base game, and that's the only one that I'm going to commit to playing for sure. And this isn't going to be a 100% run. I'm not going to try to get absolutely everything. But I've read up on this game, and I know there's a special weapon called the Unmaker, and I do want to get the fully upgraded Unmaker. So that's one thing I'm going to do, but other than that, I'm not going to go out of my way to try to kill every single enemy, get every item, find every secret. This is just going to be a casual Doom 64 playthrough. And for that reason, I'm going to leave it on this default difficulty setting of I Own Doom. I think that the default in the actual original Doom 64 version was actually just bring it on. And it only went up to watch me die. It only had like 4 difficulty levels. So going with level 3 seems fine to me as a casual Doomer. Oh, right. So it gives the story so far, but it takes a really long time. It's kind of slow. So I'm just going to give the abbreviated version. This is a sequel to the main Doom plotline. And a new type of demon called the Mother Demon has appeared and has resurrected a bunch of the demons that Doom Guy killed in the past. And this is out somewhere in the solar system in one of the outer planets. I forget which one, Jupiter or Neptune. The moon's one of those. And so now Doom Guy has to go back and kill all the demons again, now that the Mother Demon has resurrected all of them. That's really all we need to know, because this is Doom and it doesn't need a deep plot. Okay, so let's get started. So yeah, I'm real excited to be playing this. Let's see. Through here is a Berserker pack, but I'm going to save that for if I get more injured. One of the things that really appeals to me about this version of Doom is the same thing that I loved so much about the PlayStation version of Final Doom, and for that matter, the PlayStation version of the original Doom, although I didn't play that, which is an incredible creepy atmosphere, which is very apparent without me having to say anything. You can see just from watching this that everything looks creepier. And in place of the sort of cheesy MIDI synth rock of OG Doom, this replaces it with creepy soundscaping by Aubrey Hodges. And it has a lot of dark and atmospheric colored lighting as well. And the combined effect of the dark colored lighting and the creepy soundscaping is to make a much gloomier, more horror-themed experience than OG Doom. And while I like OG Doom just fine, I mean, you know, it's one of the most influential video games ever made. It's fantastic. We got the chainsaw. We also got the shotgun immediately. Like, the game does not even bother making you wait any amount of time to get an upgrade to the pistol. But while I like OG Doom as much as anybody, I do think that leaning into the horror and creepiness factor for Doom works really well for this franchise. The way he was hiding behind that metal pillar, he got a cheap shot off on me. Well done to him. I know that there's a Pinky, or a Bull Demon as they're called. Where is he? There he is. Ordinarily, he just comes right at you as soon as you reach the top of the elevator, so I don't know what he was waiting around for. But yeah, this sort of real creepy Doom, I'm all over this. I love the creepy atmosphere version. And aside from that, while I have yet to play through them myself except for the first couple levels, which is all I was able to stomach when I tried to play through it originally before the motion sickness just got too much for me to handle. But from what I can tell, just from watching other playthroughs of them, the level designs of Doom 64 are a big cut above the level designs of OG Doom. Much more interesting layouts, better aesthetics. Oh, there's a nice skybox of space over our heads. And a lot more puzzly, and just generally built a lot better and put together in a less amateurish way. And the reason for this pause here is getting another cough drop in my mouth because I've still got a bit of a cough and I want to try not to cough too much while I'm recording an LP, because that would obviously not be real pleasant to listen to. Oh, that was a real cheap shot. Alright, let's go back for that Berserk pack after that. What? Did I take a wrong turn? How do I get the Berserk pack? Okay, this is unexpected. I didn't realize that the... I can't get back up on that ledge. Well, guess we're not doing that, but... There, we had a couple healths right here. We're fine. No big deal. Okay, and we're back to full. Now, let's go through the blue door. This can be surprisingly tough for a first level, too. Like, Doom 64 doesn't really mess around. This is definitely harder than the first level in Doom or Doom 2. No question there. Well, I see a switch up there. And where's the guy who just took a pot shot at me? Another thing that I really like about Doom 64... I think I see how to get that. Just a moment. Nice shot. Let's just run across here. Like so. Okay, what did that open? Sorry, I missed what that opened. Let's try this again. Was something behind me? Was it something over here? Okay, I think it was that. One more time. This time with feeling. Bingo. Alright, and this lets us get a Soul Sphere. That was sure worth it. Hey, I actually found a secret area. Look at me go. And then if we drop down... Oh, there's something else if we drop down, too. I guess I'm gonna have to blow this up, unfortunately. Can I... Yeah, let's blow it up from a little farther back. Okay, that was fine. A teleporter. Hey, we're back at the start. Which means we can get the Berserk pack. There's not much reason to get it anymore, but whatever, might as well. But yeah, another thing I really like about Doom 64, as I was about to say, is the monster designs. The OG Doom monster designs, most of them look pretty cartoony in my opinion. They're not really all that intimidating because of their cartooniness, for the most part. And I guess they're still a little bit cartoony because they're relatively low-resolution sprite artwork. But in my opinion, a lot of the monster designs in Doom 64 are quite a bit creepier looking. Oh, I may die. Make no mistake about it, this part can absolutely kill you. Okay. Good. The fact that I was back in this alcove made their targeting bug out, and their attempts to bite me were failing. But yeah, this is nasty for a first level. Like, that ambush with all those bull demons, as they call them in Doom 64, cornering you can very easily kill you. More of that creepy soundscaping in the background. That's another cool view. I really feel like I'm on a space station overrun with demons playing this. Okay, what did that open? I'm actually not sure. Whatever it was, it doesn't seem timed. It seems like that was actually permanent. I'm actually not sure what that opened. There's going to be a lot of derping around, by the way. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not playing these ahead of time to learn the levels really well or anything, so it's going to be a pretty authentic, blind Let's Play experience. And because these levels tend to be pretty tricky and puzzle-heavy, there is sometimes going to be some running around and derping trying to figure out the puzzles. It's just part of the experience. If it ever reaches the point where it's too bad, I'll start cutting stuff out. I won't make you watch me run around derping for really long periods of time, but a little bit of it is just part of the experience of playing this game blind. This is some example of some of the cool lighting. And the way it's spinning around. The OG Doom engine never would have been able to do this. Look at how cool this is. Okay, so, what? A lot of armor. Is that all we came in here for, was an armor pickup? Or are there further secrets to be had? If it was just armor, I don't know if it was worth it. Well, I guess it was. We're back to full shotgun ammo. Okay, well, we had to come through here because it's the exit. Okay, it's not like it was a secret or anything. Alright, looks like we're done. First level. Pretty tough for a first level, but we made it through. Well done to us. Okay. There, we'll call our save game Let's Play. Alright, I'm going to see if I can also get through the second level in this video, because this would be a pretty short video if I only did the first one. So yeah, even the first level alone really impresses me. That is a really well-designed first level. And kind of cruel, like I said. Some of those ambushes are brutal for a first level. Okay, and this is very dark. I'm actually having a little trouble seeing. Okay. Starting to become more visible. I'm not playing in a really dark room or anything, for the sake of my eyesight. I am playing in a pretty brightly lit room. Which means in extremely dark environments, it's going to be a little hard for me to see. I turned the brightness and gamma up a little bit to help with that, but I tried not to turn them up so much that it ruins the creepy atmosphere. Alright, so we've got the yellow key door here. We've gotten a look at a couple of imps now. Now, the imps don't exactly look terrifying or anything. I do think that they look cooler than OG Doom imps, because the OG Doom imps are just really cartoony. These are just more strange looking. They look almost like weird aliens more than anything. Okay, and here is some pretty cool atmosphere. Look at this place. Absolutely pitch black with these kind of red arrows and lights guiding the way. This looks really cool. Okay, and as cool as that looked, the effect went away pretty fast because we turned the lights on. I need to be quicker on the draw sometimes, but again, sometimes the problem is I can't really see all that well because it's so dark. Especially when things are far away. Oh god. Alright, he got me good. He ambushed me from behind. There's another one ambushing me from behind. Where are these guys? Okay, there's the red key door. Oh, there he is. Imps may look cooler, but they're no more threatening than they were in OG Doom. They just throw those slow-moving projectiles that are real easy to dodge unless you're in a confined space. Okay, so here... Like I said, I don't remember, according to the plot, exactly where we are. We're on one of the moons of Jupiter or Neptune, I think. But I don't remember which one. But, I mean, this is really immersive and cool looking. I really feel like I'm on a station built on the surface of one of these outer moons. And this level is called the Terraformer. I guess this is maybe some kind of terraforming equipment here. So who's taking those pot shots at me anyway? I hear a lot of growling. Oh! I saw some movement. Okay. Hey, night vision goggles, that'll help. There's probably a key to turn this effect on and off. I'm just going to leave it on for now, because it's useful. Alright, we need to go another direction, obviously. Okay, I have not gone this way from the... Oh, they don't last all that long. Okay. Where'd you go? I know someone was in here taking another shot at me. Where are you at? There he is. Got him. Okay. So I remember this. This is another real puzzly kind of thing. Might not think that it looks like much of a puzzle. We just need to find a switch and lower it, and then grab the key. So you may think. First thing to do, though, is find said switch. Where did it go? Time for the hunt. Was it in here? Was it over here? Oh, it's right on... Okay. Alright, but you try to grab the key card and it teleports, so that's odd. Run toward it, and then it teleports again. So yeah, this is a very weird puzzle that you never would have seen in OG Doom. I don't think the OG Doom engine even could have done this. It's teleporting around some more. And now it doesn't teleport again? Okay, no, it did teleport again. Okay, so you need to just kind of chase it around until these walls lower. I remember the solution to this, and it can be a little opaque. And you can see that several of these rooms have these computer screens, and one doesn't. And the one that doesn't, the thing that is different, is the one that we want to interact with, because these others just activate crushers, and you just take damage. But this one, hit the switch, and that actually lowers the pedestal so we can get the blue key card. And that triggered an ambush that I probably should have remembered, but I somehow didn't. Okay, so now we have the blue key card. I remember we saw the blue door. I don't think it was in this direction. Now, in the original Doom 64, there were some screens that you could look through that were like security cameras. I don't know if that's been ported to Doom 64 Retribution or not. I don't think that was something the OG Doom engine could have handled anyway. No? Okay, we opened up something. Oh, I remember this. This is a chain gun, obviously something we want. But given that these are obvious monster closets, I don't think it's going to come as a shock to anybody that this triggers a nasty ambush. Here it is. Okay, handled. By the way, is that an incredibly cool chain gun animation or what? I didn't call it out, but it's true for all of the gun animations. The pistol, shotgun, chain gun, all of them. All of the gun animations have been upgraded for this conversion of Doom 64 to GZ Doom. They did not look this good or have anywhere near this many frames in the original version of the game, because the Nintendo 64 did not have nearly enough sprite memory to be able to handle that many frames of animation for the guns. So that's a pretty nice upgrade for this conversion. It's how cool the gun animations look. Okay, I really need to remember where that blue door was, because this is getting silly. Ah, was it back there? Yep, I went right by it. Okay, we're back in business. The animation for the imps when they shoot a fireball is a little strange too. Oops, I didn't mean to drop down there. That was completely a mistake. There's a teleporter that will take us back up. We do need to drop down here at some point, but I did want to reach the end of that area. Here's the teleporter. Like I said, levels 1 and 2 are the levels that I actually played through before the motion sickness became too much for me when I played through this originally, so these are the ones I'm going to have some vague memory of. Once we get past this level, it's completely blind from that point forward. Nice try. Okay, we get a nice close-up look at him now. But yeah, their animation for throwing those fireballs looks strange, because it doesn't actually look like they're throwing them. They kind of raise their hands up and sort of shoot them out of their chest. It looks more like they're psionically conjuring them more than anything. Now, those guys are legitimately hard to see, those specters. I did manage to just pick them out because of their movement, but they're genuinely, it can be hard to see them, especially in really dark areas. More so than in OG Doom or PlayStation Final Doom. Alright, we got a supercharge. Excellent. Now, we need to actually drop down. So let's go back in here. Oops, this was not the right spot. Was back here? Yes. Go back in here. Now we actually need to drop down and navigate these tunnels. Okay. Now this is another sort of nasty trap. In this case it's not an ambush though. Okay. Okay, I screwed that up. You gotta stop at the flashing lights, or I think you can just dash through at high speed. Yeah, that is a hallway full of crushers, so another pretty nasty trap. Leads to the red key card. Grabbing the red key card conjures some baddies. Got him. Okay, and now just rush through. Go, go, go. Okay. Excellent. Now... Yeah, I've sniped that guy off a long range, but... Now... We have the red key card. We run back. Oh wait, hold up. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm being silly. This is where I wanted to go. Back through the blue door. Now, as I recall... Good grief, let me check my map. I'm all turned around again. Through this door... Nope. Sorry. In first-person shooters, I'm very navigationally challenged for some reason. I'm not that... My sense of direction is not that bad in real life, in the real world, but okay, this is where I wanted to go. For some reason, it didn't look right to me. But in FPS, I get turned around very easily. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Was not expecting those guys to just teleport in right in my face like that. That caught me off guard. But anyway, red key card lets us get in here, where there's another switch. And this is another thing that I do not think the OG Doom engine could have done. Those spinning cylinders are now repeatedly going to crash down, lowering the floor, providing access to the next part of the level. So that's a really cool bit of dynamic environmental scripting. I love the puzzles in this game, at least the few that I've seen. And I think that they're going to continue to be pretty cool. Just enjoying the view out here a bit more. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's move in. A moment while I mute for a cough and then pop another cough drop in my mouth. Okay, apologies for that. Someday, this cough will go away. This is a persistent cough that I've had for weeks. It's very frustrating. But it'll go away someday. But anyway, we're not here to hear about that kind of thing. We're here to play some kick-ass Doom. More really atmospheric area with very dark, some cool colored lighting. I can't gush enough about how much I love the look, the aesthetics, the soundscaping, the atmosphere of this version of Doom. It's so good. I couldn't see anything, but I just heard guys moving around, so I fired blind. It was a good call. There were enemies. Next. Even the zombies look a little better in this version, in my opinion. Not that they look amazing or super terrifying, but I don't know. I do prefer their look here in Doom 64. I'm really into the aesthetics of this game. Oh, that guy got a cheap shot off on me. Doom loves hitting you with enemies from all kinds of angles. It's just kind of something you got to learn to deal with. I'm not great at dealing with it, as you can plainly see. Oh, I thought I killed you. There is another one. Only grazed him. Yeah, it is weird how it looks like they're psionically conjuring those fireballs, adding to the sort of alien effect, AFFECT, they have going on, more than a demonic one. I seem to remember there was a secret. I may have already gone by it, actually. I think I missed a good secret that had a bunch of ammo. That was earlier in the level. Oh well, it is what it is. Great, I'm backtracking now, aren't I? I've got myself turned around again. No. No, I guess I wasn't backtracking. I did want to go this way. Good grief. I'm so navigationally challenged in Doom. I've backtracked hardcore. Look at this. This is just sad. Okay. We drop back down here. Here we go. Okay. I went in a big circle. Okay, so now we're in some kind of server farm or something. Complete with like these old-fashioned green screen CRTs. Look like they're out of the 70s or something. I love it. I'm actually a big fan of the aesthetic of sci-fi space environments that have computer technology that looks like it's out of the 70s and 80s. I think it's really cool, and also for reasons I can't quite quantify, lends itself well to a horror atmosphere. It also has the benefit of, if you assume a sci-fi setting that doesn't have like actual realistic modern computing tech, and you don't even really have to explain why, but just for some reason your sci-fi setting has more primitive computer tech that's like out of the 80s or even the 90s, it lets you get around the problem of, if they actually had realistic advanced computer tech, why wouldn't they just make robots to do everything? Which takes, it's just too easy. It takes all of the danger, the adventure, the thrill, the excitement out of it if you just have robots do everything for you. And if you don't, it leaves a giant plot hole of why. And tons of sci-fi stories have this problem. But if you just decide, well, for some reason they have primitive computer tech so they can't, and you just ask the reader or viewer or whatever to accept the primitive computer tech as part of the premise, it really fixes that particular problem. I'm definitely missing something. Oh, is it this? There it is. It's the yellow key card. Okay. We got it. And the yellow door was back at like the very beginning of the level, so now we got some backtracking to do. We're almost through this level. It is a pretty elaborate and involved level for the second stage of the game. The second map. Let's see. Sure, let's go this way. Or do I want to go that way? I want to see if I can go by where I think I might have missed a secret. Maybe it was this way. Yep, that was it. That was the secret I wanted. Nice. It's nothing amazing, but it's a little bit of extra ammo. Better than nothing. And hey, I'm bad at finding secrets, so the more secret areas I can actually find, the happier I'll be. Alright, we're nearly back to the start. That's where we got the chain gun. Okay, here's the starting area. It was a little derpage, but nothing too awful. Nothing I feel like I need to cut out. Next. Alright. Looks like this is the exit, so let's go ahead and make a save. Overwrite Let's Play. Excellent. And that's it. Map 2 Terraformer finished. I feel no motion sickness at all. No headache. No nausea. My god, that's loud. But yeah, no headache, no nausea, and by the time I had gotten this far, when I tried playing through this originally, I felt sick, I had a headache, it was awful. So I have fixed it. My settings and just playing in a different engine have killed the motion sickness, and now I can finally enjoy this final part of the classic Doom experience. Hopefully you are enjoying the creepy atmosphere and the unique aesthetics and new set of maps for Doom 64 as much as I am. And if so, then I will see you for map 3 in the next episode.